Thank you for coming to Bristol Open. The city Bristol is like my second hometown, so I always feel very comfortable to be here. Yeah, and thank you for coming to my seminar. Yeah, so today I'm talking about opening tips. Yeah, so I'll show you three simple tips. Yeah, but it must be very useful for you, and I'm sure that they improve your game. Yeah, so let me show you the first position. This is, I think, fourth move. So this position comes from my consolation in Japan Open. It was 3 weeks ago in Tokyo. Okay, so yeah. Okay, red is mine. I start with 4-2, very easy, and the opponent white rolled to 6-4. I think it's very easy for you. Actually, I think it's not easy.
It's a trick.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you play 6-4?
What's the score?
Okay. Very good question. Yeah. So white is down by 0-2 to 11. Yeah. Is a final of consolation.
Make the 2 point.
Yeah.
Make it 2 point. Wow. So you are too good to take the seminar. You are right. Yeah. Yeah. Making this point is the best play, I think. Yeah. So in money game or in even score, making the deuce point or just running, both plays are fine. I think both are equal. But if you are behind in the score, making the deuce point and try to win gammon is a better strategy. That is my idea. Okay, and then I roll to 3-2. Red roll 3-2. So how do you play?
12 to 14, 12 to 15. Yeah, come down.
Two down. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, still you are too good. I didn't split because the opponent made his deuce point. So his position is not a priming position. It's an attacking position. So against attacking position, I don't want to split. Yeah. It's a. I think it's a very. It's also important concept idea. Yeah. Okay. Now, white rolled double 2. Mm-hmm. So how do you play? Make the 5 point? Oh, open 5 point. Okay. Yeah, it's a one candidate, of course. Make the 4 point. Of course, it's also very strong candidate. Mm-hmm. So let's say if you make the 4 point.
Then what do you do?
Come 13 to 11.
Come?
13 to 11.
13 to 11. Aha, okay. Yeah. So white would like to win gammon. So this is most gammonish play. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so what else? Mm-hmm. From 24 to come up?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, okay. So now we get the voting.
Voting.
So this is not the referendum.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Number one is making the 20 point. So who prefer this price? Okay. Oh, all right. Got it. And then making the 4 point and making the 11 point. Who likes this price? Uh-huh. Oh. Okay. All right. So the final choice is making the 4-point and 22-point. Wow, they are very close.
Very mixed.
Yeah, it's nice. Actually, my opponent chose this play.
Okay.
Yeah. And my opponent plays backgammon for only 2 years, but he's already very nice. And he started playing backgammon at age 40. So I think he's developing very, very fast. So anyway, actually, this for me, this play looks good. It's not so bad, but actually, it is very bad.
It's the wrong move, is it?
And this play is even worse. So this play is the blunder by 200.
Oh.
And this is blunder by 100.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the only play. Congratulations, guys. Yeah, but so I'd like to explain why this play is the best by far. Yeah. So now I'll show you 3 tips for opening play. Okay. So now I'll show you another position. Okay. So many people prefer to make the 4-point, and it is very natural. It must be natural play. Yeah. So when you roll double-deuce in the opening phase, you must make the 4-point. This is almost correct. Maybe more than 90%, I think. So this position is the exception. Yeah. Okay, so this is easier for me. So to explain about double deuce, which makes 4 points, I'll show you another example. Okay, so this is a position which also came up in my games, and I wrote double deuce, of course. Let's say this is a money game because I don't remember the score, but the position is this is a position. So how do you play this double deuce? Make the
Oh, you
6.
make the 4-point easy.
For white.
For white.
For white, yeah.
You hit,
Yeah, yeah. Hitting is mandatory, yeah.
and then the 4.
That's for sure. And making the 4 point?
Yeah.
Oh,
Something's wrong.
sorry. Yeah, something's wrong.
Too easy, that one. We've had
Okay, okay. This is too easy. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. This is a position. This is a position.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a little bit more difficult, I hope. Yeah.
You'll have to do it.
Yeah. Still hitting is right. Yeah, you must hit. That's for sure. And then
Bring the one down from 13 to 9.
to 9. Okay, we have the same opinion. That's a play I chose over the board. Yeah, but it's still blunder.
Blunder. Make
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's white.
yeah. So just to make the 4 point is the best play. Yeah, by far. Yeah. So the reason I didn't choose this play is that its display gives him many return shots. Yeah, it's more than 10 shots. Yeah, double ace, two ace, 5-1, and 5-4, double 5. Yeah, totally I think more than 10 numbers. So I thought this is too many. Yeah. So comparing after my play, I'll give him only 3 shots, 4-6 and double 5. Yeah. So I thought this is better, but I was wrong. Yeah, making the 4 point is good by far. So I convinced that this tip is very useful and very reliable, which is always make the 4 point by double deuce. Yeah. Yeah. It is fine, more than 90% in my personal opinion. Yeah. Okay. So number 1 tip is making the 4 point by double deuce. Yeah. Always. But not, of course, not 100%.
No.
Yeah. More than 90%, I think. Yeah. Okay. So I'll show you the tips number 2, which is comparing to make the 20 point or make the 5 point. Okay. So here is the starting position. By the way, this magnetic is very strong.
Too strong.
Yeah.
It's very tiring.
Yeah, it's very reliable. It's never fall. Yeah. Okay, so white opens 4-1. Yeah, very, very normal play, very standard play. And then red rolls something, but this time I skip red's turn and white roll again. And white roll to 4-3. Yeah. How do you play?
So white, did you say white?
White, yeah.
Yeah, which 5 point do you make?
5, 4, 3.
Yeah.
Make your own.
Yeah.
Depends on the score. Depends on the score.
Score is money game.
Oh, money game.
Money
Make
game,
5. Make 5.
Make 5 point?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, this is the time for second voting. Yeah.
Okay.
So, who makes the 5 point? Wow. Oh, okay. So, who makes the 20 point? Wow. Wow.
Hedging their bets.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, actually, both plays are equal. Equal. So everybody is got right. Yeah. Both plays are equal. So this concept is very how can I say, normal, general concept. Making the 5 point or making the 20 point normally equal. But of course, opponent position affects. Yeah. So let's say if red roll 4-2, yeah, and then white roll 4-3. Now,
Now you're 20. 20.
Of course, yeah. Now the 20 point is more important than before. Yeah, much important. So this play must be right by far. Yeah. So this is my second tip in opening phase. Yeah. So against his 4 point, 20 point is extremely important. Extremely. Yeah. So if you have another good choice, you must make the 20 point against the opponent's 4 point. Yeah. I think you understand this concept, but still it's better to remember it in the short sentence or some words. So this is tips number 2. making the 20 point is extremely important against opponent's 4 point. Is it okay?
Got it.
All right. So. Okay, here is the position. Aha. This is a little bit complicated. So white has 5 checkers, 5 back checkers. Yep. So every position is managed. So you don't need to think about the score. Yeah, white rolled to 5-4 from the bar. Yeah, 5-4. So of course you have 2 choices. Yeah, very clear 2 choices. And I think this time we don't need to check the ball. Yeah. So according to the tips, you must make the 20 point. Yeah, instead of hitting. Okay, so maybe I'm checking.
Tip number 2.
But don't worry, over the board, I chose to hit.
You chose to hit.
Yeah, I hit over the board. Yeah, and of course it was very bad. It was a blunder. Yeah. So for me, yeah, white is behind in the race by far. So hitting and getting some tips is must be good. I thought over the board, but I'm stupid. So I must remind the tips. Yeah. This play is the best. Yeah. So thank you. Okay. Yeah. And here's another very simple one. Simple and interesting. This is simple, but maybe very difficult, I think. Here, white rolled 3-1.
Wow. Rule number 2.
So I think someone would like to challenge my tips.
No, you make the 20.
Yeah. So okay. So let's start the third time voting. Okay. So who makes the 5 point? Laura. Thank you. And who makes the 20 point? Aha. Okay. Thank you, guys. Of course, this is the best play. Yeah. So, yeah. Remember the tips. Yeah. And then I'll show you the third tips. And every 3 tips are the most important position is the first position. I don't know you remember the first position. But okay, I'll show you again. And to solve the first position, we use 3 tips. Tips is right?
Tips.
Tips. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So simple position. Boom. Boom, boom. So, oh. Yeah. So, it is very, oh, okay. Yeah. So this is a response. Red start with 3-2 in the opening row. And white replied double 4. Very good number. Maybe the best number?
What, 4? Sorry?
4-4.
4-4.
Yeah, double 4. Yeah. So how do you play double 4?
13, 9, 24, 20.
Yeah.
39,
Yeah.
9 and
24, 20.
24, 20.
oh,
I like that.
it is interesting to me. So you don't want to hit.
One, two,
Aha.
but we're not going to.
Okay, so this is choice number 1,
Okay.
right? And what else?
Double.
Yeah. Double hit.
Hit on the floor
Okay,
and then make the 2 point.
make it 2 point.
Yeah.
Okay, very strong. Yeah, very powerful.
Yeah.
Or
Hit and make the 20 point.
hitting and 20 point. Mhm.
Oh.
All right.
Right. So far we have 3 choices. Anything else?
Yeah,
25.
39, hidden 39.
Hitting and 39. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow, it's another powerful play. Interesting. So we have 4 choices. That's it?
35.
35. Ah, so you don't want to hit and just make the 5 point.
The choice.
Uh-huh. Wow,
must
it is
consider.
getting exciting. Okay, so the 5 point is the most important point. Yeah, that's for sure. But in this case, the 4 point is also a good point. This is the second important point, the 4 point is. And you can put the opponent on the bar. This is very nice. So, yeah, so in this case, in this position, making the 4 point must be better than making the 5 point, yeah, because of the hitting. Yeah. So, I think this play is mandatory. Yeah. So, the question is making the 20 or making the 9 or making the deuce.
Yeah.
What about 24, 20 and 39?
39.
No, sorry,
Just with one.
Just one each checker. I know it needs lots of returns.
No, no.
Mhm.
No. Hit on the floor and make a 4 point.
So just
Yeah.
one.
One checker of the penny,
Uh-huh.
one checker to 20, and 13 to 9.
30 to 9. Ah. Okay. Yeah, I know that someone would like to play like this. Yeah. So the downside is that yeah, in backgammon making the point is better or much better than not making the point. Yeah. So we never miss the opportunity to make the point. Yeah.
But I trust my opponent to dance.
If we knew he dance, it is an interesting question. Stefan. But I think we don't have enough time. Okay, so making the deuce point is very attractive because